that trophy there. It's the Virtual Bundesliga Grand Final. This is the big one. BerkayLion up against Antonio Radelja. FC St. Pauli against Frankfurt.
The lights come down, the music goes up, and our grand final is upon us.
Strap yourselves in. Two legs. FIFA at the highest of levels here in Germany. It's officially underway. And speaking of Guerrero, he does get the start in this game for Antonio Radelja. We'll be kicking from left to right. BerkayLion from right to left in this one. Who is going to kick off the grand final in the perfect way possible? One more pass. Good save from Kevin Trapp. He looked like he was just off balance there. I thought with the little deflection, the extra pass, we could be looking at a one-goal scoreline in the first 5 minutes. Quarter played short.
Seen early goals dictate a lot of this tournament, to be honest. BerkayLion started very, very strong against Nicholas Rank in his semi-final. What a pass. Oh, great save from Trapp.
There's a time for Kevin Trapp to turn up. Let it be now. After some interesting goalkeeping across the weekend, two massive saves for BerkayLion. Punch into the feet. Musiala tries to elastico himself out of a spot of bother to try and get the shot away.
He's in.
Running race.
With
Marco
Royce.
Royce. Has he got the legs? No, he doesn't. 10 minutes in. A pause has come in from Antonio.
Yeah, maybe something with a setting, a camera setting, a controller setting potentially, just not how he exactly wants it to be.
Switch of play, finds Davies up against Frimpong. That's always just going to be a battle of pace and a sprinting race between the two. Very much interested to see what this pause is going to bring. BerkayLion, one of the few players that doesn't need anyone around him. He's had no coach since the start of play here in the 2 days we've seen.
Just look at the mechanical sort of creativity there from BerkayLion. He player locked, he went onto a player, he faked it, he player locked again. The quickness that he was able to sort of flick the right stick around there and try and create an avenue, frightening.
Earlier today where he was crowned the newcomer of the year. His second outing in the Virtual Bundesliga. It was Werder Bremen he played for last year, only 16 years of age. In that year of experience, he made a Global Series playoff last year in London. Unfortunately, was unable to find his way into an E-World Cup. No doubt he would have remembered that taste of defeat last year in London in the playoffs and would not want to experience that same feeling again. Pause has been done from Antonio Radelja. Not really to conclude from it. See those players fall. There's the player lock. There's Nkunku outside the boot pass. Finds Diaby. It's another save from Kevin Trapp, who's had to pull 3 or 4 out of the bag in the first half an hour.
He's been very, very active as Kevin Trapp. Antonio Radelja is more than happy to play 3 or 4 passes and then quickly increase the tempo. As soon as he gets in around the box, it's the driven pass that is so prevalent for him.
BerkayLion's time.
Just tried disguising it.
A couple of ball rolls, then Drill the ball, he's lost possession. This could be a gift. Christopher Nkunku, great skill move. And an even better finish.
Mistakes in grand finals are often costly. Lost the ball in the middle of the park. Trying a pass that was never really on, and then the composure from BerkayLion. First time heel to ball roll. Just have a look at this. It's Lothar Matthäus, I believe. Just gives the ball away, trying to fire that back in. Never really on. First time skill move, and then a finish into an empty net for BerkayLion.
One bad pass and it all comes apart. As you just saw there, Lothar Matthäus. One mistake. Now Antonio Radelja finds himself 1 goal down after what has been a really positive first 30 minutes. The run that Nkunku might make now, picks up the ball. Where's his offloading pass going to be? As he waits patiently, Sadio Mane, ball roll inside. Oh, he take it with the wrong foot.
Can't really do too much about it, to be honest. Again, BerkayLion, when he gets into these areas in and around the box, he's usually so clinical. He's taking it with the left. The right foot is almost a guaranteed finish.
Absolutely right, he couldn't do anything about it. It's just more of a question mark of why on earth has the animation not been on the right foot with Mane when he's done it so many times throughout this incredible bracket run that he's had. Davies working his way in. Is there a way around the goalkeeper? Referee goes down to ground. There's another block in the way. Just about. Antonio Radelja survives that one. And into half-time we go. Just 1 goal separating the two. Both have had chances and both have had some good XG so far. Only 1 goal to show for it.
It's been a good final so far. I think cagey is a word that is often thrown around in grand finals. This one's certainly not been that. Pretty end-to-end game so far. What's that? 3.1 combined XG for 1 goal. Goes to show exactly what sort of game it's been.
Underway straight away from the second half. And this year's Virtual Bundesliga. It's already been both of their biggest paydays this tournament. €20,000 just for getting to the grand final. Alongside that, if you don't know, where have you been? Playoffs guaranteed. It's Nkunku, BerkayLion. That's a clever ball over the top. Alphonso Davies, can he find a cutback? Does he need a cutback? Still Alphonso Davies, blocked, saved, offside.
Just wasn't it in the end. Again, it's BerkayLion just putting on the pressure, standing on the acceleration pedal and revving it all the way to the max.
If it hasn't been for a big block or two, it might be a very different game. I think you can get when you come up against Antonio Radelja. He's going to create chances, especially when you've seen his goal-scoring form. It wasn't that great in the Swiss rounds. BerkayLion scored like 11 more goals than him. But in the knockout stages, it's just been goals, goals, goals from Antonio.
I think the one thing with BerkayLion, if we just go off the knockout performances, he's unbeaten in the entire tournament so far. However, the performances that he's been putting in, his biggest win was against Levi Finn earlier today. 6-3, 6-5. He's scoring goals, but there's always the door open that he's going to concede. 5 against Nicholas Rank and 3 against Kamal. On the other side of it, Antonio Radelja has been pretty ruthless in his performances. when he starts to get ahead of steam. 7-2 and 8-1 his wins earlier on before just eclipsing Johnny at the final hurdle in the semis.
I think what was so impressive about him in his opening round of 16 and quarter-final, what he's averaging 3 to 4 goals a leg of FIFA.
Yeah, which is ludicrous.
It's ridiculous. Unable to find a way through yet in this grand final. Is it going to change now? The step over exit just unfortunately ran into the path of Alphonso Davies. Keep an eye on that run there from the fullback. He's got pace. Has he got enough to get past Frimpong? This time it will be the Dutch defender that comes out on top. Sort of wish there was a slower right back on the pitch. It is Nkunku now. They find a way through these two lines of white shirts that are just so organised, so deep. Is that going to do it though? Is that going to unpick the door? Sadio Mane will!
Big moments require big players, and there's been no bigger for Antonio Radelja this entire weekend than Jude Bellingham and Sadio Mane. Jude creating it, Mane finishing it.
Well, it was in an interview before his semi-final game. He said, my favourite two of the weekend have been Christopher Nkunku and Jude Bellingham. If Sadio Mane could do that a few more times this grand final, I think he might be the favourite player. But you're absolutely right. The credit that Jude Bellingham deserves on that build-up there. Pretty much made the chance. He's just got this hype crew around him as well as Antonio. Every time he scores, there's a big moment in the game. They just erupt in that booth.
That can be either fantastic, or if you start losing, you just feels like you've got 1,000 eyes on you. There's nothing worse.
It definitely goes one of two ways, doesn't it? If you're losing, no one's saying anything, got there.
Yeah, you're just sort of sitting there all awkward.
Well, if this ends 1-1, I know there's still 50 minutes to play. It will be a smash and grab finish. Nkunku. Back to Bellingham and Nkunku still. Is there a cutback potentially available? We delayed and delayed. It was just waiting for a body to pop up. Went to corner. Frimpong does his best to try and recycle that all the way around the box. Low for Matthias. Even Lacroix involved. Lucio involved, but they're out of position. Is there a counter-attack? Has Sadio Mane got the legs to get round that last body? Marco Reus does enough just to delay the attack and ensure that BerkayLion will keep possession heading into this last 10 minutes. Great switch of play. We've got a feeling we might go back round the other way. Matthias, Bellingham, does he fancy it on the edge?
Just have a look at the top of the screen there, the width that Antonio Radelja is just pulling out. I think it's Frimpong right at the top of the pitch. He's the out ball here. Doesn't want to congest it too much, but he's also probably starting to look at the clock as well and see where that last chance might come from.
It's how quickly BerkayLion can react to these moments as well, as there was nearly a through ball there for Christopher Nkunku. Low for Matthias.
Just player look flicked onto the wrong player, I think. He wanted to go to the runner straight through the middle of the pitch, and as he flicked the right stick, it went to the wrong player.
Well then, last chance of the game will fall to Antonio Radelja by the looks of things, unless BerkayLion's press can be timed perfectly. Oh, maybe it can be Griffo. Wins it back to Sadio Mane. Look at the space for Marco Reus.
Great timed. We've seen a few red time goals throughout the weekend from that far out. It was just too much to ask for. I like the confidence to go for the timed shot. I really do, however.
This is the big one. If there's a time to bring your best leg of FIFA, it's now. Or maybe bring your best pair of shoes. Not sure what caravan that was, but we'll forget about it. We'll move on.
Oh.
BerkayLion from right to left of FC St Pauli. Did take the lead in the first leg and very nearly ended up 2-1. The last chance of the game. It's low for Matthias, who doesn't always back himself in and around the box, but this time he did. It was a time green finish. It was a good save.
Yeah, it was. I love the confidence as well, straight out the gate. Not a player that you typically take that shot with on his weaker side, but just confident in the approach.
And Kunku. Davies dives into the tackle with Antonio Radelja. A couple of step-overs. Lucio takes this sting out of the shot, and 8 minutes in, both players have registered a chance.
One thing that I will say, both players really, really solid in the second legs of their game so far, so I think the level will actually step up as well in this grand final. My score prediction that we did before we even kicked off, not looking great as it stands, gotta be honest.
Yeah, right now I need 5 more goals. Here's Diaby. Good close control dribbling there. The ball roll wasn't enough to get away from Bellingham. A quick ball over the top, defended well by Borussia Dortmund defender. Nice triangles here from Antonio Radelja. I'll tell you what, this is brilliant FIFA. Still in possession. Frimpong. Back to Mane. Matthias again. Can someone work this all the way through? Here's Sadio Mane. Oh, if that went in, that would have been like a 30-plus pass goal.
I love the idea of it as well. The step-overs, typically then you expect someone to shoot straight across the keeper. He took that little touch inside and opened up with the trivela, just showing us a few different angles.
Hello. It's a gift. Sadio Mane! And both the goals that Antonio Radelja has conceded, he'll be thinking have just come from either a little bit of luck or a mistake from me.
It's a bad loss of possession. It's a really bad loss of possession. We're going to see the goal back here in the full. Decision-making not great there, but Lucio, blood on your hands, my sir. As BerkayLion will take that all day long.
Back in the driving seat is the 17-year-old. It's only been his second season that he's actually been allowed to compete. Potentially he's on his way to his first major trophy.
When those sort of goals as well, you score them, you get such a boost from it because you start thinking everything's going my way at the moment. When you concede a goal like that, no real fault of your own, the opposite.
Davies and Kunku goes for a corner. BerkayLion still in possession. Marco Reus, couple of step overs, timed it green. Big tackle at the back from Lacroix, another corner. One-way traffic at the moment. That's a poor corner as possession.
Just look at the radar at the bottom of the screen.
Is there an ongoing run of Sadio Mane if he can just tease it? He's on the last man now. Should say Diaby, sorry. Musiala wins it back nicely. Antonio Radelja needs to show us some of that goal-scoring form again.
A bit risky at the back there, but got away with it. Lacroix, not got away with it, sorry, should I say.
Hello.
Lucio's bailed him out, though.
This time Lucio saves the day instead of giving the ball away. This is the grand final of this year's Virtual Bundesliga. And we're in the second leg of it. Nearly one half away from crowning a brand new champion in Germany. What a tournament this has been, full of surprises. Huge upsets, huge knockouts in the round of 16. And it's just allowed, for the first time in a while, a new wave of German talent to just have their voices heard. Frimpong being pushed back as far as Kevin Trapp. Last chance of the half, maybe.
Yeah, potentially so. It all depends how he elects to play this BerkayLion. Keep possession and go for one more attack, or get the ball forward now and try and sustain a little bit more of a prolonged period of attacking play.
Half-time. And look how much of a packed set we have here in Cologne.
€40,000 for the winner. BerkayLion, 45 minutes away from potentially changing his life.
Especially for him, it's all after leaving Werder Bremen last year. It would have felt like he was after a new opportunity this year with FC St. Pauli. How confident he'd be feeling too heading into those London playoffs. Back underway we go again. 6 more minutes of real life time. 45 minutes of FIFA time. Oh no, there's a coming together, and Nkunku just got his run blocked by his teammate, I think it was.
Watch that switch apply. I thought it was going to go out wide. It looks like Alphonso Davies was high and wide up there for BerkayLion. Let us know in the chat as well. Obviously, we can't be present on Ultimate Team right now. Anything worthwhile at 6 p.m?
Mane. Nkunku. Back to Nkunku again.
Oh!
Golden chance! Somehow squeezes it through! And just like that, we're all square again at 2-2 between these two German giants. Going toe for toe.
Nkunku just said, "Get off me." He bounced off him, Alphonso Davies. Ridiculous.
And back to the drawing board we shall go. BerkayLion's chance to now get himself back in front. If it wasn't for Lucio there, he certainly would have. So you just see Antonio Radelja just say, look, let's just take a breather for a minute and just slow it down. It's these moments here where he's always been quite costly.
Just maybe even losing concentration a little bit at the back. The press from BerkayLion is very, very good as well. He's sort of giving him the chance and then quickly capitalising on it.
Guerrero. Finds Musiala. Back to low for Matthias. Punched into Sadio Mane. What a save! Kevin Trapp.
From zero to hero. Kevin Trapp. Unbelievable.
And now we go straight back down the other end of BerkayLion on the counter-attack after that huge save from Kevin Trapp. Diaby finds Bellingham and tries to punch it into the feet of Sadio Mane. Possession, fortunately, does still stay within The white shirt of FC St Pauli. Not for so long, though. Here comes the opposite counter-attack. Such a high line defensively, both are playing. Watch that far left-hand side of your screen. It's just offside there, Alphonso Davies, but it will still look to be used if you can get him on the ball. Last 20 minutes of this year's Virtual Bundesliga campaign. Matthias Diaby. Terrible heavy touch again from Lucio. Recovers, though. And off we break again. Chance, back to goal, Sadio Mane! With maybe the goal of all goals.
Very well, could be a game-winning goal from Antonio Radelja. 15 minutes left to play. The build-up play, again, crisp, concise. But look at that turn from Sadio Mane. Turned him inside out. Incredible from Antonio Radelja.
Does he still believe? That is the question. There is time for one more good chance. Probably even two or three. Depending on how he plays this last 50 minutes now. Antonio Radelja, after heartbreak at the Champions League, losing to him in a qualification game for Istanbul. Maybe thought his luck was up for this season. 2 months on. He's 30 minutes away from a German championship. What an opportunity.
BerkayLion has been so close yet so far, but something in the air for Antonio Radelja just seems to be blowing his way. So close at the Champions League, Brandon, to getting that grand final spot. Here he is, 8 minutes away from getting his hands on a piece of silverware, and Germany's biggest silverware on offer.
Yeah, we'll join the special list of winners. Those German champions that every single year we come round and we look at and say, that's the player to watch, that's the guy to watch out for. If he scores one more, it certainly will be done. Christopher Nkunku! I think we can say, get that man's name on the trophy. Frankfurt and Antonio Radelja may have just done enough to be this year's Virtual Bundesliga champions.
What a player. What a moment with 4 minutes left to play. He cements himself in the history books. You thought he was offside, but he just kept on in Nkunku. And as soon as that ball fell into Antonio Radelja's path, the headset came off for BerkayLion. And the teammates erupted for Antonio Radelja.
What's even more impressive, the man on the right side of the screen is A-Man. If you remember him yesterday, he played in the tournament, he got grouped. But he plays for Frankfurt, they qualified together via the club championship to be it. And he has been alongside him every step of the way. And look, FIFA could be a cruel game sometimes. You can have the best Swiss record, you can have the best knockout run. But sometimes there is just a bump in the road, and unfortunately it's a bump in the grand final. for BerkayLion. 3 minutes for 2 goals. It would be a FIFA miracle. It would have to be perfect everywhere on the pitch. And I just do not think it is going to be possible. The possession falls back again to Antonio Radelja, who doesn't even need to score again. He does not need to score again. I don't even think he will try to. He'll just take more time out of the game. And in time to follow.
What a tournament it's been, Brandon. I'll let you take the moment. Antonio Radelja, a deserved champion.
Honestly, FIFA esports can deliver all sorts of storylines sometimes. One week you're losing in a qualification game, the next week you're winning a tournament, you're winning a qualifier. You can just see maybe a few tears in the eyes of Antonio Radelja, who has done enough to battle amongst the best players in Germany. And he will be this year's Virtual Bundesliga champion. The trophy will go back to Frankfurt this year, with that man carrying it to and from. The 21-year-old Croatian of Antonio Radelja. The moment that FIFA players dream of, getting hands on silverware, getting hands on trophies. It will be Antonio Radelja who will be this year's Virtual Bundesliga champion.